do you have a friend that can come with you? I need one more person.
Yes, Emmanuel, the guys have been knack where you go like
Good, bring him.
Madam, you sure say you go fit handle all of us?
Challenge me and see.
Lagos always looked brighter on Sunday mornings. In a big, well-furnished apartment, Pastor Justice stood in front of a mirror, adjusting the sleeves of his neat shirt. He was 40, respected, and always calm. His voice was the kind that made people sit up straight in church. "Anna, are you ready?" he called. His wife, Anna, stepped out of their room like a queen. She wore a high-quality bubu gown that shined softly under the light. Her wig was short, elegant, and perfect. "I'm ready," she said with a proud smile. "Where is our star girl?" Just then, Anita walked out of her room. In church, Anita always dressed modestly, long pleated skirt and a neat shirt. Her curves were hidden under careful clothing, and her face looked innocent, like butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. Anna touched her daughter's cheek. "My choir leader. My pride." Pastor Justice nodded. "Today, you lead worship. Let God use you." Anita smiled. "Yes, Daddy." They stepped into their car, a clean, expensive vehicle, and drove to church like a perfect picture. Outside the church, members greeted them with excitement. "Pastor. Mommy Anna. Anita. Our angel." Anita waved, smiling politely, but inside, something else was happening. Inside her chest, there was a tightness she didn't understand. A restless hunger. Like something was chasing her from within. And she was tired of running. The church was full. The air smelled like perfume, polished floors, and Sunday hopes. When Anita stood on the altar with the choir behind her, something changed. Her voice rose, clear, powerful, and beautiful. People lifted their hands. Some cried. Some shook. Some whispered. "She carries grace." Pastor Justice looked at his daughter with pride so deep it almost hurt. Anna's eyes shined. "That's my child." But while Anita sang, her phone vibrated quietly in her hand. One message. Then another. Then another. Names. Numbers. Short words that looked harmless to anyone watching. Anita kept singing, but her mind was not in the song. "Later tonight. Meet the usual place. Don't disappoint us." Her throat tightened, but she forced the notes out. When service ended, church members surrounded Pastor Justice. "Pastor, your family is blessed." Anita's worship today was fire. Anita smiled, accepted compliments, and answered politely. But when they got home, she didn't rest. She went to her room, changed her clothes, and became someone else. Outside church, Anita liked tight corsets, short skirts, long bouncy hair. The kind of look that pulled eyes toward her like magnets. Anna saw her heading out. "Choir practice again?" Anna asked warmly. "Yes, Mommy," Anita replied quickly, avoiding eye contact. Pastor Justice raised a finger gently. "Be careful outside." Anita nodded. "I will." She stepped out. The door closed behind her. And the double life opened wide. Victoria's hotel in Ikeja was not far, but to Anita, it felt like a different world. The lobby smelled like air fresheners and expensive secrets. Soft music played. People walked past without looking too closely, because in Lagos, everyone is minding their business. Anita entered with confidence, as if she belonged there. At the reception, a staff member greeted her like she was a regular customer. "Welcome, Ma." Anita forced a smile. "Thank you." She went upstairs. Inside the room, the lights were warm. The curtains were half drawn. The bed was neatly made, innocent looking, like it didn't know the kind of pain that was about to visit it. Soon, different men arrived. Anita had made this her secret habit, something she couldn't explain, something that controlled her like a rope tied around her neck. She told herself lies. "It's just fun. I'm in control. No one will ever know. I can stop anytime." But deep down, she knew something was wrong. After everything, she would sit alone in the bathroom, looking at herself in the mirror. Sometimes she cried without knowing why. Sometimes she stared at her reflection like she was looking at a stranger. Then she would clean up, spray perfume, fix her hair, and return home like nothing happened. In church, she was anointed. In private, she was drowning. And nobody noticed. One night, Anita was restless. This time, she wanted all the men to complete 10, she had been counting in her mind like it mattered to her peace. One of the men sent a message, "I can't make it." Anita's chest tightened. She paced the room, biting her nails. "No, no, no," she whispered. She stared at her phone, scrolling through contacts. Then she called Victor. Victor was one of the men she trusted the most. He always spoke gently. Always acted like he cared. He picked up quickly. "Anita." "Victor," she said, forcing a normal voice, "please, do you have a friend that can come with you? I need one more person." Victor paused. "A friend?" "Yes. Please." Victor's voice softened. "Okay. I know someone. Emmanuel." Anita exhaled in relief. "Good. Bring him." Victor added, "Send me money. I will book the room early so everything is smooth." Anita didn't even think. She sent the money immediately. Because when shame is guiding you, wisdom becomes quiet. And Victor was already smiling. Victor met Emmanuel in a quiet place before heading to the hotel. Emmanuel looked excited, like a hungry person seeing food. "You said she's rich?" Emmanuel asked. Victor nodded.
She's rich?
"Very rich.
Pastor's daughter.
Pastor's daughter."
Shake Lagos.
Emmanuel whistled. "Pastor's daughter. Oh. That kind scandal fit shake Lagos." Victor's eyes were cold. "That's why we must do it carefully." Emmanuel leaned closer. "So what is the plan?" Victor spoke calmly. "We record proof." Emmanuel blinked. "Record?" Victor nodded again. "Hidden. She won't know." Emmanuel grinned. "Then we threaten her. Big money." Victor's voice dropped. 50 million. Emmanuel laughed softly. "Guy, you be genius." Victor's face didn't change. "She trusts me. That's the key." Emmanuel clapped his hands once. "Let's go." They arrived early, checked into the room, and moved quietly like thieves. They placed a small camera in a hidden spot. Then they tested it. The red dot blinked.
Once she enters here,
Recording.
her life don't finish.
Emmanuel whispered, "Once she enters here, her life don't finish." Victor didn't answer. He just looked at the door. And waited. Later that night, Anita returned to the room. One by one, the men arrived. Soon, 10 strong-looking dark Nigerian men stood inside the hotel room. They were tall, broad-shouldered, confident. Some leaned against the wall. Some folded their arms. Some stared silently. Victor stood among them, calm. Emmanuel stood beside him, watching carefully. Anita stood at the center of the room. For a moment, she felt small. She laughed nervously. "Why are you all just standing like this?" No one answered. The room felt heavy. The hidden camera watched everything. Anita did not know that this exact moment, would follow her for the rest of her life. Later, everyone left. Anita cleaned up, unaware that her trust had been sold. Victor and Emmanuel returned quietly, removed the camera, and left. That night, Anita didn't sleep. She sat on her bed, hugging her knees, staring at the wall. Her phone kept buzzing. Unknown numbers. Threats. Countdown messages. She tried to pray. But her mouth couldn't form words. She tried to eat. But food tasted like sand. Anna knocked on her door. "Anita, are you okay? You look pale." Anita forced a smile. "I'm fine, Mommy. Just tired. Pastor Justice called from the sitting room. My daughter, come and eat. Anita's throat tightened. I'll eat later, Daddy. She went back to her room and locked the door. She thought of the money. 50 million. How? If she asked her parents, they would ask questions. If she told them the truth, it would destroy everything. She considered running immediately. But where would she go? Her phone buzzed again. A message. Time is going. She broke down and cried into her pillow, biting it so no one would hear. Her mind became a storm. Why did I trust Victor? How did I become this person? God, why didn't you stop me? Is this how my life ends? The hours crawled like injured insects. And then, time finished. The video hit social media like bomb. In Lagos, scandal spreads faster than fire. People shared it. People laughed. People insulted. People created fake captions. People tagged the church. Then someone sent it directly to Pastor Justice. He opened his phone in his study, expecting a normal message. He watched. His face went blank. His hand shook. Jesus, he whispered. He watched again, as if his brain refused to accept it. Then his breathing changed. His chest tightened. He tried to stand. But the wall tilted. Anna heard a strange sound and rushed in. Justice. Justice. Pastor Justice collapsed. Anna screamed. Neighbors rushed in. An ambulance came. Pastor Justice was taken to the hospital, struggling for life. The news spread. Pastor Justice had a heart attack. Church scandal. Pastor's daughter. The church shut down. Members stopped coming. Some leaders resigned. The altar became empty. The choir stopped singing. A ministry that took years to build fell in days. And Anita disappeared. Anita ran to another city. She covered her hair, wore plain clothes, avoided crowds. She thought changing location would change her pain. But shame has legs. It follows you. One day, in a market, a man stared at her too long. He squinted. Then his face lit up with ugly recognition. Oh. Now you be that girl. Anita froze. People turned. Another man laughed. Yes. Not her. Anita's body shook. She tried to walk away. But voices followed. Madam, how much you go charge for me and my guys? Laughter. Mocking. Phones pulled out. Anita ran. She ran like her life depended on it. Tears poured down her face as she pushed through people, not caring if she fell. She reached a quiet corner and slid to the ground, covering her mouth. She wanted to scream. But even her scream felt ashamed. Years passed. Anita lived quietly, broken. She never sang again. She never returned home. She lived with regret, shame, and sadness.